I was dead broke. Like, eating ramen for every meal broke. And I was about to make the worst financial decision of my life, or so I thought. I accidentally invested in the wrong stock, and somehow, that mistake made me a millionaire. Sounds crazy, right? Well, let me tell you exactly what happened, because this one slip-up taught me the most important lesson about building wealth. Back in college, I had exactly two financial goals. Avoid overdrafting my bank account. Somehow turn my last $500 into more. I was desperate. Tuition, rent, groceries, everything was draining me. Meanwhile, I kept seeing my classmates talking about investing, stocks, options, crypto. I barely knew what a stock even was, but I figured, why not? One night, I scraped together $500, created a brokerage account, and planned to buy shares of a hot tech stock I had seen all over Reddit. It was supposed to be a sure thing, a startup with some AI technology everyone was hyped about. But I was exhausted, half asleep, and, this is the embarrassing part, I typed in the wrong stock ticker. Instead of buying shares of this hot tech startup, I bought shares of a random, unknown, and very boring company. I didn't even realize my mistake until the next day. When I checked my account, I saw a stock I didn't recognize. My heart sank. I thought I had just burned my last $500 on some random company no one had ever heard of. I started panicking. I googled the company and found out it was an old-school industrial business. Something to do with manufacturing. No hype, no buzz, no AI revolution. Just a slow, boring, steady company. Frustrated, I thought about selling immediately, but the stock hadn't moved much, so I figured I'd just leave it alone for a bit. I told myself, I already lost the money. Might as well forget about it. A few months passed, and I was still broke. But then, something weird happened. One day, I randomly logged into my account and saw something shocking. My wrong stock had doubled in value. Then, a few weeks later, it was up even more. I thought it had to be a glitch. Turns out, while I was chasing hype stocks, this boring company was quietly growing, making record profits, and paying out dividends. So, I did something I never thought I'd do. I actually researched the company. What I found blew my mind. It had been around for decades. It wasn't flashy, but it made something essential that businesses around the world relied on. Most importantly, wealthy investors loved this stock. I realized I had accidentally stumbled onto something huge. The power of long-term investing in solid, stable businesses. Over the next few years, I kept investing, not in hype, but in companies just like my mistake stock. And while my friends were losing money on risky bets, my portfolio just kept growing. I reinvested my dividends, kept adding to my positions, and watched my boring stocks compound like crazy. And before I knew it, I had turned a dumb accident into $1 million portfolio. That's when it hit me. Getting rich isn't about finding the next big thing. It's about investing in things built to last. So, what's the lesson here? If you're trying to build real wealth, don't chase hype. Find solid businesses, invest consistently, and let time do the work for you. And hey, if you found this story helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more investing lessons, and let me know in the comments, what's the biggest mistake you've ever made that turned out to be a blessing?